Welele bafethu welcome to another exciting episode of the Talk with Obee. Today we've got a very special guest bafethu it goes by the name of Tshepiso Malema. So you might know him if you're from around. If you're from Alex, if you're from the University of Pretoria, yes you know this thing is gonna be exciting. So perfect. Before you subscribe here, and our guest vandaag bafethu has got his own initiative bafethu, the TMS Tshepiso Malema Speaks bafethu, of which uzositshela kabanzi ukuthi itadeva njalo. And then welele welcome to the show. This is like the episode 8 or episode 9 somewhere there. Yeah, man. So tell us your phone
finally.
So yeah, without wasting time, my face to bam. Subscribe there. Welcome to this episode. I'm your boy Obee Pictures PTY.LTD, and I've got Tshepiso Malema. So before I introduce introduce, just to introduce yourself, or just to highlight what current I'm trying to share out the space, let our viewers know which is this video is the keeper now.
Sure. I come out Tshepiso Malema. I'm just a young boy from the dusty streets like Ivory Park. I always describe myself as a multifaceted young man because I do a lot of things. I don't let fear to actually be the one which like push. So as you said, I have my own initiative. I run an organization called the Tshepiso Malema Speaks Initiative. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with this logo. The initiative is actually based on personal development of young people and also bridging the gap between high school and higher education, and also life after matric. Another thing that I do, I've got a company called Gamers Territory, which is a gaming facility which it's a technological facility which mainly focuses on digital gaming. I'm going to launch it soon, but it has been running, but that month I'm going to officially launch it. It's all about bringing the fourth industrial revolution like us, about to expose young kids to technology. And recently we started a radio station like us called Ivory Unite FM, because as you know, Ivory is a very big township, but then we don't have a radio station, so
communication channels,
and also platforms for abantu pusher like us. The radio station is mainly by the people of the gas, for the people of the gas. Sure.
Yeah. So I guess that's the synopsis of who you are, or maybe the Spanish Shire. So, but we want to know how was your upbringing, like before figure call, from like where did you grow up, and just to get into like those personal spaces of trying to understand who is Tshepiso, beyond the levels of professions and academics.
Each and every kid like us, Kule sends imoto zamatrati, Islala Matashana, like I just grew up like any regular kid as a kasi, and I'm this person. I tried a lot of things, I played soccer, even though being but then being forced, I tried DJing.
A lot of people doesn't know what you want.
Yeah, like I played, and I was getting booked to like big places, and getting money, But then,
What happened to that DJing career? You booked and stuff?
Yeah, so what happened with like as I was busy focusing on like DJing, Eskela, it was actually declining, you know, and it wasn't good. Also, like my mom was like, hey, you need to focus, man. And you know, I was raised by both parents, but unfortunately, when I was doing grade 9, my dad passed away. And his death is actually like what I can say. It was like a, for now, how I view it right now, it's more of like a blessing in disguise, because it's the one in really like to be the person that I am right now. Because after losing my dad, grade 9, I had like this self-introspection, which skip on, because my dad was the only breadwinner. You know, every Friday I knew I'll wait for my dad, that's all. I'll pitch him a plastic tube and I'll run to him, you know. But then all that, it actually disappeared. And now my mom she's a hustler. She was selling table charm, products, you know. I believe I also got this spirit of Hasila from her. Yeah, so from there I had a self-introspection, what is it that I want to do with my life? Because as a kid, like, I wasn't taking school serious, you know. One thing about me, I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised, which is from grade 8 to grade 9, I was actually pushed in a wheelbarrow. You know, what do they call it? Is it progressed? Yeah. And also, again, same thing happened from grade 9 to grade 10. You know, I wasn't taking school serious, but then I had this self-introspection, which, okay, since now my dad is no longer here, I can see which things are bad at home, you know, and my mom now, she has to borrow money from people, you know, seeing people coming in Kaya and demanding their money, continuing to take our furniture and stuff like that. Dad, like, and you know, it was painful that time, you know.
So for you, when this was cut lessons at grade 8 and grade 9, and you have to witness into Swarana days, and you suddenly have like lost Chamala when this was cut. Maybe you're trying to adjust to like this new environment and everything. What kind of role was Uma was playing, you know, to be now like the main parent, to be the parent? And you were directly psychologically based on like
yeah, you know, like my mom, I believe like she's one of the strongest women, you know, because
you can roll.
Yeah. Yes.
You can roll. No, it's no one the one what's nice, what's unique on the show here to be.
Oh, you don't cut.
Yeah, no, we just enjoy each and every moment.
Yeah, okay. So as I was saying, like you know, it was also hard for her. You know, it was also hard for her. But seeing her enjoying like those hardships, you know, now also like she was left alone. You know, not like there were like a few family members who were helping us, but then on her side I could see it like it's way too much. And now and seeing it like now everything is way too much on her. I mean, what am I doing better to make things simpler for her? And you know, failure scale, like, I wasn't making anything simpler. So that self-introspection was like, you know what, now I'm the man of the house, and I've got to make sure with you know, your partner and you be serious with life. Then that's where like you know, do and yeah. So grade 10, funny thing which happened, which since I was pushed to grade 10 and as I'm feeling, I mean as I'm passing, so you know, Eskela, you went to Avon Park, right? And you know, Eskela, when you have to choose subjects for grade 10, according to how you pass, you know, those who are doing science, but those ones for 80s and stuff. I mean, my marks, like I was supposed to do like the general stream, but then I didn't want to do the general stream. I wanted to do anything that has to do with computer, which is CAD. Yeah, and for me to do CAD, I had to do number science. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to do the sciences. And everyone knew me as Omo Developer, you know. And like, it's sure Uchi. You're like, I remember after choosing that, was like, when I get a lot of things, because he had failed to return, you know. So I was like, you know what, if I have to prove to people, then maybe you know. Yeah, but then my grade 10 year, like it's actually the year that changed everything for me. That year, a lot of things like God really showed up during that year, because grade 10 is now I'm starting to be serious. I start to participate also in, you know, these activities that are happening in Scala. I joined an entrepreneurship competition. Yeah, called it was by I forgot. Yeah, but
I remember the last time when I kind of like first met you, or like in musical because I was just passing through Twitter. I was still working.
Twitter.
I was still looking for the paper by the chairman, and I saw that article on the magazine.
Sure.
Who's this guy? I need contact. And finally, I'm sure. Was that your grade 10 or your grade 11?
It was grade 11, but the foundation. It was grade 10 because after like joining that competition, you know, now like I got exposed to this entrepreneurship world to a point where like now it was my passion. Because like for me, I used to like sell cool times diamond and that time I only wanted to just buy soccer boots for myself. It wasn't the mentality which I'm an entrepreneur, you know. But then as I was exposed to entrepreneurship, you know, you need to first identify a problem and stuff like that. From there I was actually exposed to entrepreneurship and again all in. Like I was all in. And that led to this other time, there was a trip, not really a trip, but obviously when you go out, it's a trip.
It's a trip.
They were giving us papers and which parents can sign, and we are going to Kalala. There was some career expo that side, and they were like, yeah, you know who that? Like, yeah. So the Kalala, it happened 27th August 2018, I remember. So that day, like it was, I call it like the day of miracles, because it's the day that completely changed my life. So that day, it was a career expo. There were people like David Tlale, there was the Minister of Higher Education, Naledi Penda. So that time after the speech, Ms. Naledi Penda, they asked the auditorium like we should ask the minister questions, you know, and we were about 500 in that auditorium, and I don't know what happened, you know, it was God. And I actually raised my hand to actually ask a question, and you know, Eskela, impeach, you know, like
sure,
you know, and like I'm there, and I was the only one who raised their hand, and we were like, I think there was like 7 schools there. So from there, I asked the question. Like I still have the video. I think maybe you can also edit the clip on in this episode. So my question was like, Minister, I'm a young entrepreneur, and I have a business, and I started the business plan, but I don't know what's the next step to take, you know. But then the minister answered me, which since I'm there at that event, I should actually ask the people who are relevant for that spaces. Then that was it. Then at the very same event, there was Emmanuel Bonoko. Emmanuel Mnoko is one of the PR gurus we have here in South Africa. He was part of the Forbes 30 and the 30. Yeah, Emmanuel Mnoko was the next speaker after the minister. And the first words that Emmanuel Mnoko said was like, there's a young man that I heard that he wants to be an entrepreneur and I want to mentor that young man. And that time, I don't know what is mentorship, I'm thinking, maybe he wants to sponsor my business. And then I got it. He gave me his contacts. I paid it. Same day, sure, give me your contacts. I'll call you. After 2 weeks, that guy calls me. He's like, sure, I'm the guy who took your numbers and I work for this magazine called Check My School magazine and we want to feature your story. Like, feature my story? Just with that question. Sometimes like that made me to think, sometimes we can do things like they are just small things. But then so the magazine came out and Emmanuel Mnoko now started like inviting me to my seminars. Now I'm networking with people, from there like my entrepreneurship journey started.
Because I also wanted to ask you, how did you meet Emmanuel? But already explained it.
Yeah,
so for now, I can safely say which is your mentor when it comes to business.
Yeah, like also on a personal side because he's one person that also on the spiritual side of things, like he really inspires me in all ways.
So then, you also did the Hustle Goal competition. You also did the Nkatutu competition.
Yeah. Like
and you were all nailing. Was it an international representation where you came with it second or third somewhere?
There, like with this competition, I'm one person. The reason I like to give back to my school, which is Animal Park, is because I got many opportunities there from there, and it wasn't into which like they just give me an opportunity. It was me actually having to find a niche, which I can find an opportunity here. Then with the Nkatutu, I entered the Nkatutu competition grade 11. I had a partner called Chantel, of which we were like business partners for that competition. And if the competition, it wasn't more about winning, but what we learned throughout that competition, because what I learned from Nkatutu, I still apply it right now.
Even now,
So with Nkatutu, we won first round, whereby we won tablet. It was nice. We were winning tablets. Then we won laptops. Then from there we went to St. George Hotel. Whereby I spent 7 days. Whereby we were learning boot camp. Then after the Nkatutu, which was grade 11, grade 12 came the Sage competition, whereby the one where second place I joined with my friend Katleo Makavola. All these, I always invite people who are around me. I don't want to do is in the new one. Even right now, I came with my friend.
So if I eat, let us all eat.
Yeah, let us all eat. With the Sage, it was an entrepreneurship competition, and obviously I've been pitching for a while. For me, it was more of, let me just take this chance and having to compete with people from Model C. People with resources and it's just a phone, you're recording now, and it's just a phone, the goal and also the vision, and we managed to come second place, where we won 20,000 rands. So from there, Sage opened us doors to actually represent South Africa on the national stage. So I always make sure these competitions that I find on social media, I join. And also even this year, I'm met. I didn't mention the fact that I met the University of Pretoria.
Yeah, you did mention that on the intro, the entrepreneurship university competition.
Yeah. But like on my intro, when I was introducing myself, like, why didn't I include the fact that I'm studying?
It's hard, I guess it's hard to see when you're too busy.
I'm actually studying BIT Information Systems. It's like a course where it's a combination of the IT and the business world, you know. Yeah. So I've been at the University of Pretoria for over like, is it 6 months, 7 months now, and already like I've exposed myself to like different spaces at the university because my vision was like, you know what, I'm not there to only study, to only get the degree, you know. University space is one of the places where you can get opportunities. And I'm actually using that to my advantage. I'm not there to play, you know. So already with the university, like I've been featured on the university website, and also social media pages, you know. And it's only 7 months already. And I've entered a competition called EDH InterVarsity competition, whereby it's aspirant entrepreneurs from all 26 universities in South Africa. And by the grace of God, I was actually representing my university, and that time it was the regional competition whereby it's only Gauteng. So Gauteng, they only wanted 4. So it's 4 categories. So I'm on the social impact business. There are some who are in the innovative business. So I managed to be part of the 4 out of, I don't know, it was many. And that 4 will be part of like the 28 finalists, which it will take place next month. Yeah, we actually 28 finalists out of like 3,000 entries nationwide, and it's not by my power actually, you know. I always reference God in everything that I do. Yeah.
So Mina, because now you all guys are into like more serious stuff, I want to cut into like the fun part of things actually, just to, you know, for the fans who want to know and all that. So like you talking about university, like do we actually have 26 universities like throughout the whole country, like throughout the whole East South Africa?
It's actually public universities are 26, then not counting TVET colleges. Yeah, but the public universities,
I think we need more of that, Joe. Like
and actually we were having this discussion lately, which actually all these universities, like they have the same narrative, and somehow I don't think universities, because they have this curriculum as a scale.
Sure.
This you have to study this, then because some of the things that you're studying, man, like we don't apply them. We don't enjoy the course. You know.
It's true.
And also like talking from a space, like I'm doing this course, and I realized majority, like it's only a few modules that I enjoy, which is like the business management side of things, because that thing I'm applying it right now. So, but then like if you're gonna have like some other universities, let them be different. It gonna be like the same thing. So
So just to cut my question again, I think I made a one question into 2 things. Sure. Like you can share with us the life, man. Like how's varsity, Joe? Like when you grow up at Kasi, like I've been there, you know. But then when you grow up at Kasi, a lot of people, they don't get the chance to get out, dog. And when you finally get there, like besides the studying and everything, like the culture, the life.
Yeah.
How's the vibes there, Joe?
Actually, that was going to be my next question.
Oh.
And you can just explain a bit, because I saw from last year we're doing some programs in terms of like balancing the varsity life and school life. Yeah.
So like why are you doing Gold 10 Space in terms of bridging the gap between high schools and universities? It's because as sugar like us and university, and you thinking you know what, I'm going to have soft life. You call it soft life, but then in terms of it's hell there. I don't know, like it's not please, it's hell, and it's only up to you, Uti. How do you make it good? How do you make it work for you? You know, because you can go to visit, but then spend most of your days in your home being depressed. You know, but then the fun side of things, man, it's totally fun. It's totally fun. And there are a lot of ways you can have fun that side. If you are into grooving is there for you. If like me, I'm into like exploring. I like exploring a lot of things. Hiking, all these things are in my disposal, and I'm still gonna like make sure to like I explore more. And even though they require money, but I saw what like life is very short. We sometimes try to save money without. I'm not saying what to put money, but somehow for your peace and for your for your refreshment, you need to just go out a little bit. And, and for me, it has been a great experience lately.
So how has been the experience of you guys trying to bridge, like coming to like high school, trying to bridge that gap between listen, this is what's happening, this is what you can expect and stuff. So how's that experience with you guys, and how the learners from the high school actually receiving and engaging with the rest of you guys?
We actually realized though, like as we are visiting schools and living, it's really not enough, because you just get that instant motivation with you, but then after 5 days you're no longer interested. So what we did as Tshepiso is like as we visit schools, we also check their database, their numbers, we put them in a group chat, whereby in that group chat we just share with them whatever that is happening. We take videos of what we're doing, we take screenshots of our timetables, like I have classes, a 5-hour class, recording, and also we actually like using like WhatsApp to our advantage, so when it's even like the places where we live, which like I'm living in this apartment and this could be you next year, but then we don't want to sell this thing which it's a place to be, and because somehow, like, to be honest, not everyone is supposed to be at varsity. Like we will try to actually balance everything. We're not saying like you should come to varsity, but then what do you aspire to do?
So